Okay, turn that down a smidge. 20-second, 30-second delay in the stream. Turn it down just a smidge more. Let's see. I think we're good. What's going on, everybody? Nobody's here in the chat, but if you're watching this replay, definitely hope that you're doing well. Hope you're doing good, great. Hope you had a good week. If you hear any noise in the background, that is some people working on my living room ceiling. We had a bit of an issue with the ceiling roughly almost 2 years ago. Part of the ceiling fell, and then they're finally working on it, like I said, almost 2 years ago. Sure enough, they do this week and not last week, when I was off for 5 days from Wednesday to Sunday. Again, still random that they decided they want to come and fix it, now for my landlord and stuff like that. It's just like, great, now you want to do something many moons later, right? But just got home about, I want to say, almost an hour ago. But the news, the hot topic, all of that is this stuff here with the Yu Hakusho. I'm gonna just move the camera up here so we get a little bit better because my camera usually is positioned in a specific way when I'm using Streamlabs, OBS. But like I said, I hope everybody's doing good. Everybody's doing well today. I hope you had a good week, great week, okay week. My week was, like I said, crappy a little bit just because of the situation here at the house. But was off yesterday, kind of chilled just a little bit. Then I worked on some videos and stuff for the channel. But now I have some more videos to do because we're talking about the Yu Hakusho stuff. One of my favorite all-time animes of all time. And that's the thing, I just recently watched it like 3-4 years ago. And stuff like that. So this stream might not be long, might be 20-30 minutes, maybe 40, depending on everything that I talk about, unless somebody pops up in the chat. That can probably push it closer to an hour mark, but we'll see what happens. But I'm gonna try to cover what I need to cover as far as stuff. I don't have notes. I never have any notes. I just wing everything, whether I'm streaming or doing videos for the channel, and even my review videos and stuff for the videos. So but yeah, it was reported yesterday, well in through the night, right? Now I want to say 2 years ago. I think it was 2 years ago. It might have been a year ago. I want to say 2 years ago that it was reported that Yu Hakusho was getting a Netflix live action adaptation. I just haven't liked any of the adaptations that I've watched. I haven't watched them all, but the 2 or 3 that I have, except for like Cowboy Bebop, I felt like Cowboy Bebop was fairly decent. I could literally put that on and rewatch it now if I wanted to, without being bored. But other than that specific one, yeah, all the other stuff, Death Note. I haven't watched Bleach. I haven't watched Rurouni Kenshin. There's something else. I think Bleach was the one that my buddy For those of you who've been with me on the channel here, my buddy Shaq B, I think he was telling me to check out Bleach because he felt like it was great. He wanted me to check it out. I haven't checked that one out yet. Felt like it was something else. But yeah, you know, like I said, I haven't really like given the other live actions time. Do I want to do it? Not too sure. But you know, with that, you know, we get the announcement. Like I said, it was about 2 years ago. The actor here, I got his name here, because there was an image of him in the Yusuke outfit. This was roughly, like I said, roughly 2 years ago. Kitamura Takumi, he was reported as, his name was being put out there as the person that they wanted to have him be the actor choice for Yusuke Urameshi. And then there was this image of him actually sitting down around some crowd. He had the outfit on that he was wearing at the time, and that image was floating around. I want to say a year and a half ago, something like that, close to a year. And you know, just sitting back, you know, like, okay, another live action, this, that, and the third. You know, a lot of fans just haven't, including myself, just haven't really enjoyed these live action Netflix, you know, per these iconic animes. They just haven't been done well enough to capture what I feel like a lot of the fans wanted to see in live action form. So, you know, with Netflix, they've just kind of just like did whatever they, you know, wanted to do. And of course, that's, you know, they continue to do these adaptations, right? And I'm probably going to do another video and another stream even talking about this, you know, or, you know, is it a needed thing? I saw somebody talking about on social media when I was looking at the responses. So somebody was talking about that. It really started back in 2010, where anime was just like at its peak, and they just felt like they just needed to do this, that, and the third, and you know, to bring stuff to life, you know, live action form. And I just, you know, sat back and I'm just like, okay, like I kind of, you know, get, you know, hearing about these live actions, get excited. You know, Death Note is one of my favorite of all time. Bleach, again, my top five, right? You know, at that time, hearing about it and hearing that it wasn't great, or, you know, this wasn't great or that, I just was like, I'm gonna just stick with the anime, right? But, you know, as I'm constantly seeing, you know, these live adaptations being pushed out, and fans, you know, there's a whole bunch of negativity. There are a few small percentage. Like, you're not, in the anime community, not everybody's gonna hate something when they sit down and watch it. Whether they've read the manga, which for me, being an anime fan, 98% at the time, I don't, like, that's the thing, I love to read, but I mostly love to read Star Wars books. I don't necessarily like feel the unction to read manga, right? For me, because I'm just like, if there's anime out there, yes, some anime are not going to follow the source material, this, that, and the third. It's just not going to happen. But if the anime is good for me, you know, it's good for me, then maybe one day I'll sit down and read the manga, check it out. But again, you know, for me, you know, the anime purists are out there. Many of the fans are upset about stuff like this happening, and Netflix continuously, even Netflix Japan, you know, two separate Netflix companies, right? They're constantly doing these live actions. Will this Yu Hakusho live action work? It was reported to that I can say for sure that executive producer Sakamoto Kazutaka is a fan of the series, the original, right, from 92. That's a good thing, right? That's a good thing. But will they actually look to, because it's stating here that he, they says that he hopes to create a faithful and beloved adaptation which will spread the joy, keyword joy, of Yu Hakusho to another generation. That's quoting what he's saying. So that sentence alone, I'm like, hold on, like cool, like that first roughly half a sentence, you're like, okay, cool, great. He's looking to, hopefully keep it anime centric, manga centric, but then it's like he says we're gonna focus on the newer generation. You have to consider that the older generation is gonna want to still watch this. Many fans have watched, like I talked about it like 5 minutes ago. Many fans have watched a lot of these adaptations, live action from Netflix, and their hopes are high, expectations are even higher, and they get shut down. So my thing is just like, can this one work because, they have a fan? Maybe there's a few other fans within the crew, the cast, the team, all of that, the people, the writers, directors, all of that. Maybe there are other fans of the anime and the manga who actually are going to look to maybe possibly point the needle in the right direction to get this to really work out. Maybe. It's a small maybe though. So these are the images. I'm gonna pull up the what you call it here to get it better. They've been flying around like crazy since the wee hours of the morning. Let's see if this one's it. Yeah. All right. So this is the first one that popped out. What's up, Jacob? What's going on, dude? How are you? Hope you're doing well today. Yeah, we agree. Like I said, most fans of these iconic animes can literally they like I said, like 2 minutes ago, they sat down, they watched these adaptations, and each time they're like, okay, this one didn't work. Okay, they're pushing out this one. All right, well, this one will probably be better. They sit down and watch it. It's still not great. Then they push out another one. It's a third one. They're like, okay, these first two didn't work. Maybe this one, which I probably love more than these other two, this one's gonna work. And they sit down and watch it. It doesn't work again. And that's why I'm saying, I'm like, I feel like it. Brian, what's going on, dude? How are you? I personally just feel like, because like I said, whatever fan that was talking about this on social media earlier, they said it was started back in 2010, where anime was at the peak, and then they were just like, we're just gonna start working on these live adaptations again. Us fans, we would love to see, because again, you can do so much more when it's pertaining to animation, than versus doing it in live action. Like it feels your hands are kind of tied when it's pertaining to live action, just a smidge, even, or half of it. Yeah. How are you, Brian? What's going on, dude? There's so much more that you can do in animation, and that's why, I tell people, like, if stuff like this doesn't work, you still have the source material. You still read the manga, you can still watch the anime. It's just, the fans want to see live action, but they want to see good or great live action. Like they want, even the anime purists, they want source material to be like 80%, 90% of the source material to actually be formed in live action. That's what they want. Same thing with Marvel and DC has been crappy except for the the animated cartoons and movies and stuff. DC is great with those, but they're just not great with the live actions, right? Marvel has been for the most part, 12 years now, been kicking butt when it's pertaining to live action stuff, even with their hands being tied per, the source material and stuff, changing stuff. So that's why I'm saying, like, it probably could work, but the percentage is so small because Netflix continues to drop the ball when it's pertaining to stuff like this. And so when I was up this morning at 3:30 a.m. and I was up for work and I seen this image and this floating around and stuff like that. It was just like, okay, this is confirming the stuff that was being talked about almost 2 years ago. There's this one, and then we get the other image of the crew, right? Let me see. Can't remember which. I think it's this one here. Yeah, this one here. Put my camera in the middle. It's the best way to get the best image. So we have, Yusuke, Kurama, Hiei, Kuwabara. A lot of fans, there's a few fans I saw on social media talking about Kuwabara and Kuwabara not looking. Now, again, this is a back shot of Kuwabara, right? This is just a back shot. Probably want to do a video on this too. This is a back shot. Kuwabara, some fans were saying he doesn't look as bulky. But again, this is a back shot. See some muscle on his arms, stuff like that, blah, blah, blah. And that's the other thing. You can't see the top of his head. Don't know what his hair looked like. That's the other thing. So, we don't know what Hiei and Kurama's looking like either. So again, the hope is that again, the hope is real small. Expectations are way lower than the hope, though. We sit here and, like I said, it's a hope that this could work. Many fans of the anime, they're gonna watch it. They're gonna sit and watch. But they more than likely will be disappointed. Probably more than likely. But we'll see. We'll see. It's supposed to come out next year, I think in December of next year. But, with that, questions that we are wondering are, of course, and actually I gotta fix that. That didn't go the way that I wanted it to go. There we go. That was whack. Sorry about that. Toguro. Who are they going to get to play Toguro? Will we get sort of? I honestly feel like it's going to be green screen stuff with Toguro, unless they get somebody as tall as him and bulky as him, and then just apply the extra stuff, painting, whatever they need to make him look a specific way. Of course, we'll be, curious and wondering what transformations are going to look like, demons are going to look like. Of course, speaking of demons, else, right? I thought yeah. Speaking of demons, and that didn't work either. My stuff is just all discombobulated today. You know, demon Yusuke, devil Yusuke. Will we get this in this series? Now I'm thinking, because again, they put the series out. They literally automatically are like, it's a series. You know, we're getting, I don't know, 8 to 10 episodes. Their hope is that they're gonna give us 2-3 seasons worth of stuff. I don't know, guys. I really don't know. Because again, I've sat down this year and watched a few episodes from the I have it on my screen here. I was grabbing a screenshot of it, and I you see, I may have lost it here. Let's see, it's not up here. You know what? I can't even get it. I forgot to do what I needed to do for it. It's okay. But I'm gonna go with this one here. Yeah. This is fine. I forgot to do what I was gonna do. I grabbed the image of the Dark Terminal. I was gonna pop it up on the thing, but it's okay. Just like the stadium itself. We all know what the stadium looks like. But yeah, you know, will this really work out? Will the outfits be close to? Again, I saw, if you look it up, you should be able to find the image. It's out there. I didn't grab it. I didn't look it up. I should have. Of the main actor that they picked to play Yusuke, with him donning the actual gear for Yusuke. I'm just you know, curious and wondering, will this work out? Who are they going to get to play Genkai? Yeah, all of this. It's just a whole bunch of stuff that I'm just like, oh, it's not it. Sorry, I did the wrong thing. So crew. Yeah. I like this one better. There was a different one, but this one has more of the old school feel image. I'll just move my camera down here, or like right here. I'll just, or no, up here. I don't want to block Kuwabara's head. But yeah, you know, who are we gonna get to play the other characters? Who's gonna get to play his mother? You know, his boo, Yusuke's boo. Will it really work out the way that they are hoping? Will this be the could this be the live action show, Netflix show, that, like I said, shifts the needle, changes you know, shifts the atmosphere in the right direction? Now, speaking of the other live actions, I've heard that the Rurouni Kenshin one is actually pretty good. And like I said, my buddy Shaq B, he's told me that he enjoyed the Bleach live action. I was just like, I don't know if I'm gonna check it out. He's like, you should check it out. He was talking to me about it a few times. I was like, I don't know. So again, people have the source material. They have the mangas. They have the animes. We can just go back and rewatch those to our heart's content. No issue, no problem, no worries, and we'll be fine, right? Okay, so this was the other image. So let's fix it. So this was a reversed image here. I didn't even realize. Who knows, guys? I honestly, to be honest, um I don't know if it's really gonna work out. Uh, Where's the one? I thought I had another. Yeah, this one here. But this one, if I transform it to fit the actual, it's gonna be all discombobulated. Yeah, look at that. This is trash. It's too wide. It's too big. I don't know, guys. Honestly, to be honest, I really don't know if this will do it. Just being honest, I really don't know why the transformation doesn't. When I put something in the box, it just fit in the box. I don't know. I really don't. And I'm guessing that the first season. What's going on, Legend? How are you today? What is going on, dude? I don't know. Because again, like I said, they're calling it a series. I'm gonna say they're hopeful that they're automatically looking for 2 seasons so far. I want to say that the Dark Tournament will not happen in the first season. It'll be a lead up to it. Just because they literally got to work on. Like, that's the other thing. Like, are they gonna rush Yusuke dying? Oh man, like, are they just gonna rush him dying? Having Keiko bring him back to life. Kurobaro, the whole situation. I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Like I said, if you hear any noise in the background, they're working on my living room. Like I said, a couple years ago, a portion of the ceiling fell through randomly. And they're just now getting around to fixing my living room ceiling. And like I said, I really wish that, because they were deciding to come and do that this week, that it would have done it last week when I was off, Wednesday through Sunday last week, rolling to the weekend. I was off for 5 days. That's what I'm saying. Like Shock B, our homie Shock B, he was the one that told me about Bleach's live action. He told me he actually enjoyed it and I should check it out. I haven't checked it out. I was just like, I'm hesitant. I don't want to get my own hopes up and sit down and not like it. But again, like I said, Legend, you weren't here. I was just talking about this. Like, I was hearing that some fans actually enjoyed the Rurouni Kenshin live action. But at the same time, I was just talking about that roughly 15 minutes ago, where I was saying some fans, there were a small portion of fans that actually do enjoy and love these live action adaptions. But the majority of the anime community do not, and it's understandable. Now, I'm not knocking those fans. I'm not sitting here saying that they shouldn't have watched. They shouldn't, because even in the Star Wars community that I'm a part of, there are fans who, because of what occurred in Star Wars recently, they're like, how could people accept Lucasfilm putting out something like this and blah blah blah. And it's like, I'm sitting back like, people not allowed to enjoy something, even if it's not fitting like source material. Characters aren't exuberating what we felt like could be how they should have been per like the books or whatever, even past films. And I'm just like, I'm not gonna sit here. I personally wouldn't sit here and tell somebody not to watch a live action adaptation of an anime, because again, they just might like it. Not so much as love it, but they just might like it. He said no. I understand. Yeah, that's what I was talking about too. Like, you still have the source material, you still have the manga, you still have the anime, you still watch it. But like I was saying, like, fans are out there, they want to see these adaptations, they want to see it in live action form. But the writers, directors, and stuff, their hands are still tied. I was talking about with like Marvel and stuff. Even with Marvel, their hands are tied on what they can do. That's why they change stuff, they shift things, just because of licensing and this, that, and the third, and copyright stuff, and all this other cheese, right? So that is understandable. But again, people want to be entertained with a great story, some cool action, and just an all-around good time within a span of roughly 2 hours of sitting down and watching something, a series or a film. So, on either sides of the spectrum, I understand. Like most fans, I'm a part of the most fans where I'm just like, I would just prefer, like you're saying, Legend, I would prefer just watching the anime. But I'm not, like I said, I personally will not sit here and tell somebody, don't watch it because I didn't like something. Anytime my coworkers at my job, they know me, they know for a fact that I watch TV all the time. They will come to me and actually ask me for recommendations. They will come to me and tell me what they thought. They will actually sit down and watch stuff, and then we'll have conversations. But, if they'll come and ask me to my opinion. So I'll say, hey, I'm not going to spoil anything for you. I will say, for me, I didn't like it, but you still check it out. You still put the time to watch it because you just might love it or like it way more than I did. And your opinion matters way more than mine. So you said Rune King Thor in the movie. Yeah. Definitely. So that's why I'm just like, I'm just curious. I'm wondering, could Yu Hakusho be the could it be the change of the guard? Honestly, I don't think so. I'm just gonna move my camera here in the middle, so I'm not blocking Hiei. I'm not gonna sit here and say that they're not gonna get Kuwabara's hair not right. I think they're gonna get it right. They just have to, that the actors, and that's the thing, we understand, the actors don't have, again, because they're not in control of the script, whatever is placed in front of them, that's what they're gonna do. They're just gonna do whatever the directors and whomever else is in charge, and they're just gonna do whatever, because at the end of the day, they're just doing the job so they can get paid, even if it's little, even if it's small. Yeah, I personally love Loki. Personally liked Hawkeye. People are allowed. People are allowed to still feel. They're even allowed to still express themselves on this stuff, whether good or bad, or indifferent. We're all individuals at the end of the day. I'm not gonna cast a stone at somebody because I personally didn't like something and they loved it or liked it, and I'm just sitting here like, how, like, I can ask them how, get a different perspective on what, something that they saw, may change my own perspective just a smidge, not a bunch, but at the end of the day, I'm still gonna be like, I understand that, blah blah blah, but still I hated it because of this, or I didn't like it because of that, or whatever. So like Valhalla, no, because I think that's what is that the continuation or spin-off of Vikings? Because if it is, I think if that's the case, if that's the show that you're talking about, Legend, no, because I'm still super early in the Vikings show, like first season. I think I only watched like 5 or 6 episodes of the first season. I did enjoy what I was watching, but I ended up, I think around that time, I think I was heavily doing my channel here, like, so I just kind of put stuff to the side. So yeah. So who knows? Who knows for sure? I'm just curious. Can the Yu Hakusho series change and shift things? Yeah, Vikings is good. Yeah, that's what I keep hearing. I keep hearing great things about Vikings, right? And also, too, that's what I want to talk about. Here we go. The homie Sins. Mal, what's going on, dude? How are you? Hope you are doing well today. I hope it's good, but I'm pretty sure all the previous live action anime series have sucked so far. Yeah, like I said, majority of the anime fans, they've sat and watched. Like I said, they sat and watched each of these live actions. I was talking about this like probably 10 minutes ago, saying they sat down and watched one, and they were like, this was bad. Another one came out, okay, this isn't that one that was bad, so I'm gonna sit down and watch this. Hopefully this will be good. They sit down and watch it. This is bad. Then another one came out. They're like, okay, these two were crappy. This one's my favorite. I'm gonna watch it. This is gonna be great. This is bad. 3 strike and you're out rule, right? Legend, like you said, like Shock B said, Bleach to y'all was good. You enjoyed it. I might watch it. I don't know. My small hope is that the live action for Yu Hakusho will be good. Probably won't be. But like I said, per the report, I'm going to read it again. But it's an interesting report because I'm probably going to do a video on it. Pull it back up. It's gonna be way down because I put this in I put this on my anime page. It's way down at the bottom. It says, and I quote, that a producer of the live action, his name is Sakamoto, no relation to Sakamoto from Bleach, but Sakamoto Kazutaka said that he's the lead executive producer. Skid, what's going on, dude? How are you? Yeah, I talked about that too. Like, your hands are not tied when it's pertaining to animation, when it's doing animation stuff. Like, you can do so much more with animation compared to live action. But this is what it was quoted. But it's an interesting quote though. This is what he says. Sakamoto said that he's a longtime fan of the series. That's great, right? Or good. He's more than likely read the manga, he watched the anime, and he loved both, right? Hey, at least live action probably can't be worse than we don't talk about Dragon Ball Evolution. But it says, beloved, this is the quote. It says, glad you're doing good, dude. It says that he hopes to create a faithful and beloved adaptation which will spread joy, keyword joy. But then this is when it gets interesting. But I understand the quote, but it's still an interesting quote. It says, will spread the joy of Yu Yu Hakusho to another generation. No mention of the current one or the past one. You know? And like I said, I just watched Yu Yu Hakusho like 4 years ago, something like that, and it's one of my all-time favorites. I watched it back then. Didn't follow any of it. But they have to know, they have to understand, they have to realize that there are gonna be fans from the original anime. They're gonna sit down and they're gonna want to watch. Let me fix his head. I don't know why this is doing this for me. They're gonna want to watch this. We're gonna want to sit down and see if this possibly could be the anime adaptation that like I keep saying, shifts the needle in the right direction to where it actually accomplishes what many fans want to happen, and that is actually see these live action anime adaptations be great, and having us long for more. And that's why I'm questioning, could this Yu Hakusho, if they actually follow the manga, they actually follow the original anime, could they actually make this? Because it's doable. That's the thing. That's the thing that we have to realize. It is, the other adaptations have been, it has been doable for each time that they pushed out these anime, these live adaptations for these animes. It has been doable for them to be able to put out the content that the fans want for the hour and a half, almost 2 hour films, or even series, right? It has been doable, but it has failed for the most part for most of the anime community. You finished Gungrave, nice. Nothing like Trigun, all aside from the art, nice. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check it out. We'll see what happens. So that's why I'm just like, I personally, guys, I'm like, I feel it's doable. Because ultimately, you know, technology and everything else that's wrapped around it, to be able to bring these to life, at least, is showing to us that it is doable, but they're just not, you know, they're, and like I talked about, some stuff, a lot of stuff, even their hands are tied. They have to, that's the thing. They have to change stuff. They have to change a character. They have to change, because there's a report out going now about the solo leveling anime. There was a report. I gotta do a video. I gotta work on a video for that. Solo leveling. They're talking about the main character's nationality being changed, and a lot of fans are upset about it. Yusuke and Kurama look fine. It's based on reality, 80s delinquent aesthetics in Japan, but you can't really do a live action Hiei Kurama without it looking like cosplay. I understand. That's true too. That is very true. Like visually, per these images, it looks really dope, right? Like I feel like they nailed the visuals of these images. We are just, you know, just questioning. Many fans are even saying, just stop it, just quit it. Fans are actually calling for a remake. Just like, I'm not sure. I don't know anything about Solo Leveling. I haven't even read the manhwa, but I just found a way to read it. I just got to sit down and read. You think the Ranking Kings live action will work? For the mirror, just use effects, CGI. It doesn't have too many special flashy powers. It does have some, but would be easier to adapt than something like One Piece. And that's the thing, One Piece is getting a live action. That's the other thing, One Piece is getting live action. That's coming. But yeah, Solo Leveling, Mao, I don't know if the character's Korean, but like I said, there's reports going around that they're going to change his, I don't know how true they are, but they're going to change his nationality. That's what I saw on social media over the past, I want to say almost a week now. Like it was like around the time that they pushed out the trailer and, you know, the hype about it and this, that, and the third, like within that 30 plus hour time frame, there was a report talking about them possibly changing the main character's nationality, and fans were up in uproar already about that. But then it got reported again today, I saw that today, that they were actually seemingly possibly confirming that was the case. So if people are upset because of them changing his nationality, that might make sense, because it's actually kind of important to the story that he's Korean if he's set in Korea. Now that's understandable. That I can understand. If they're actually placing it in a specific spot, yes, sure, change the nationality, per that specific spot. I can understand that. It shouldn't be like a random thing, right? It has to tie into the actual character and the story and the background, all of that. Living, all of that stuff. I don't think the One Piece live action will be good, but I hope I'm wrong. But I will always have the source. So fine, yeah. Even though I still haven't watched any more episodes past episode 27 of season 1 of One Piece. I was thinking about it a couple of days ago. Like I kind of need to sit down and do some more recordings for it. But that has a cult following. Like that's the thing. A lot of these animes, they have a cult following, guys. And I heard the One Piece live action, they were going to start filming in South Africa. Okay. They've already pushed out the cast. I know that for sure. For that. So to me, location is definitely secondary. Acting and camera work comes before it. Right. You need that again. Like I said, the cast, they can only work with but so much because they're given the script. They don't have a say on adjusting anything. They really don't. Like it's it has to be written naturally. That's what fans are now starting to come to realize, is that in the past, like, we have to realize that these actors continuously, they put in a lot of time, effort, energy to give us the fans or viewers the best that they can give with what they have in front of them. They have no say on stuff. Even if it's something like an anime and they were actually fans, like let's say the cast are actually fans, they actually read the manga a few times, watched the anime a few times, they don't have a say on the script. They can't sit there and be like, well, this isn't how. Tamir Morrison talked about in an interview talking about in Star Wars with Boba Fett. He read the script and he said it for the Boba Fett show. He said, Boba doesn't talk this much. That's not his character. But he can't sit there and say, I'm not doing this. Because he signed the contract. He has to do what the directors and writers are put in front of him per the script. If he walks off, he breaches his contract. It's null and void. And we don't have, the book Boba Fett. Take Johnny Depp's talent level, same for some movies, but script worse than some. Made those movies not as good. Yeah. If I went into acting, which I always wanted to be an actor. Like I always wanted to be an actor. Always wanted to be a comedian, always wanted to be an actor. I don't have a say on what can and can't be done as far as a script and what a character can and can't do. Like I'm literally just gonna be like, okay, directors and his team, they're gonna say, hey, all right, don't do this, don't do that. Okay, you did this way, switch and do this over here. Like the cast for Yu Hakusho, they're gonna sit here and they're gonna just follow each and every direction that this script and the director and his team are gonna guide them. Again, the hope is that they are gonna peel from the source material, peel from the manga, peel from the anime, and look to actually hopefully make this happen. Again, will this be the live action that shifts the needle in the right direction to be able to really be okay, this actually worked, fans liked it, fans loved it, okay, let's do what they did with Yu Hakusho and do it over here. But again, hopes are very low, expectations are very low. It's still not too late to become an actor. You're right. It is. It's not too late. But I just, at a part of me are sad for. Part of me is sad for a lot of the fans that keep getting let down. Because I'm like, I don't want people to be sad about these live actions that they love the anime for and the manga for, to be put in front of their faces to watch these series and movies, and then get let down continuously. I don't want that to continuously happen for them. Solo Leveling comic is good, though I'm a few issues behind. I gotta catch up. I think it's finished now. Yeah, I think it is finished now. But I just found a way to be able to read it, which is great. Because they Webtoon pulled it from their site. It was on Webtoon's site over a year ago, but then they just pulled it recently. I just found out. I was like, oh, it's not there anymore. But luckily, I was able to find a different site to be able to read it. So I'm just like, cool, great. I'm able to read this now. I only like skimmed through a couple of pages. I didn't read much. This was like last year or something. I can't remember. This was like early last year or something like that. So let me sit down and read. But I think I was busy that day or something. I don't know. But even with that, I think a few months later it was it was like late last year. They were talking about them possibly doing an anime adaptation, and of course it gets announced a week ago, 2 weeks ago. Disney needs to get over their ego and adapt the extended universe. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Now, Acolyte, I will say the Acolyte series, they're talking about Sith Lords in that show, and of course, one of my all-time favorite, like my top favorite Sith Lord, Darth Bane, has been mentioned as being one of the key Sith Lords for that Star Wars show. So yeah, guys, that's, like I said, I don't want fans to be let down again by another live action, because again, people are going to sit and watch this live action adaptation of Yu Hakusho. There's different levels of fame for actors. The main guy in that Squid Game has been famous in Korea for many years during, oh nice, I didn't know that, an interview in America. He was asked what it's like to suddenly be famous overnight. It was hilarious. He was confused for a bit, then explained he's been, okay, nice, that's what's up. See, for me, and many other fans, we didn't know that he was, because we're not over there. We're over here. We're on this side of the world. We're seeing this new cast. Like literally, all the cast members of Squid Game, they're all new faces to us. So they more than likely been working, like he said, working on so many other shows and stuff like that, and finally got this big one here that finally hit for them. Interesting. Maybe they slowly exploring the Legends universe. Maybe, I hope so. Maybe going to hopefully what the fans really want is Old Republic stuff. So, including myself. But like I said, I personally, guys, I don't want fans to be let down by this Yu Hakusho animation live adaptation. I really don't. The hope is that that it will actually be good, like how you're saying Legend, how Bleach was good to you. Shakespeare said it was good to him. Like I said, like I keep saying, guys, most anime community hates these live actions, but there's still a small percentage. Not the entire anime community agrees that the live action adaptations are trash. Small percentage of fans that actually loved or liked these live action adaptations. They probably more than likely sit and rewatch them. Now, I did do a live stream last week where they announced that the Duffer Brothers were going to be, because they're doing a spin-off show for Stranger Things, because that's their hit thing, that they're going to be working on their own live action version of Death Note. So Death Note is getting a second live action series, which I feel like would be good, maybe, because again, they were successful. Now again, just because they're successful with Stranger Things doesn't mean that they'll be successful with Death Note. That's not the case. What I will say is that they are fans of the series. They did watch the anime, from what I heard. They probably read the manga too. So if they do what I told y'all about this executive producer, maybe a few team members, probably some actors, they really read the manga Yu Hakusho. Same thing with the Duffer Brothers with Death Note. Maybe, possibly, this will work out, and Death Note will be this new live action version of Death Note will be better than the 2017 version. Now, what I do want them to do is actually go and get the homie William Dafoe to reprise the role as Ryuk, because he did a great job as Ryuk in the live action. He was literally the best part of the live action for Death Note, on Netflix. I have hope. I have same hope for Ring of Power. I do too. I just saw the trailer for the Ring of Power. It looks fairly decent for the trailer. I just watched that today. See, Mal, you said I had no idea either, but an interviewer not knowing was a bit odd. She had no idea what to ask after that because I guess he answered, okay, yeah, that can't be true. You throw them off because you. That's why I'm saying, like, you gotta, like, if you're interviewing somebody, you do have to do your homework. Like, you can't just be up here like, oh, this is a new person, we don't know anything about them, we're just gonna ask them some questions. Like, you might want to, kind of go out there and search and find some key information about these actors and stuff, so that when you get them in front of the audience, like you're saying, the lady doesn't know what to do next after, because she probably did have some serious questions, and once he did that specific thing where he was just like, oh no, wait, I am actually well known out in Korea, blah blah blah. Now the rest of her questions, like you're saying, thrown out the window, because she was gonna go from there to, okay, tell me about this, and what are your hopes about that, and are you looking forward to the next, blah, blah, blah. So I'm just saying about Star Wars thing, Revan movie with set records. Yeah, definitely. Revan and Bane, yeah, they were set records for sure. Yeah, it needs to be good because Lord of the Rings. Yeah, definitely. Lord of the Rings is great. Love Lord of the Rings. I just got to watch the extended version. I can watch it on HBO Max. I just got to sit and watch it. So Mace Windu movie would be good too. Yeah, that's fans. Dude, Samuel L. Jackson went on record a few times saying, "Look, dude, I want to reprise the role of Mace Windu. Make it happen. He's still got to be alive, right? Make it happen." He even went to George about it too. It's like, make it happen. I want to do this, right? So yeah, guys, I'm hopeful. Really, really hopeful. All the Legends main characters should get movies. Yeah, definitely. Why not? That's something we are seeing the trend of. Once a show or series gets good or great, then they decide to do some spin-off stuff, which is always interesting. But I feel like sometimes some spin-offs don't really work out as good. So give me a moment. I'll be right back, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. Had to use the restroom, and guys, like I said, working on my ceiling in my living room, and they pretty much were saying that they were done for today. They're gonna come back on Monday to continue. So we'll see what happens. Let's see here. Let's see. Pearls. Clone Wars movie following the clones like Rex. Yeah, Ma. Yeah, definitely. This would be definitely. Solo was decent. Legend, I enjoyed Solo. I thought it was decent. It wasn't like great or anything, but I enjoyed it. I actually can sit down and rewatch it without any problem. I do agree with that too. The Clone Wars animated show was really good. It really was great. It was great. Not many people know who Captain Fordo is. Yeah. Most skilled. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, definitely. So yeah, guys. We'll like I said. Now, who can they? If things go the way that it is hoped to go, more than one season of this series, right? Who is going to play Senzu? Will they be able to capture the character, one of the greatest villains of all time, right? Will they be able to make this work with his character, to grow the Taguro brothers, the Dark Tournament? Because technically they could do 3 seasons, just the 1 season working on Yosuke, Yusuke with Botan and him learning about the demon world and fighting demons and stuff like that, and Kuwabara and the crew, and doing all of that, and then by the end of the season leading into the Dark Tournament, and then of course once the Dark Tournament flourishes and does what it needs to do, then going into the black losing my train of thought. But yeah, why am I losing my train of thought? It's probably because I'm just like I'm tired too. The Black Club. There we go. But it really just depends. The thing it could fail. It probably might fail, but who knows? That's my concern with Bleach's Eisen, One Piece, Blackbeard. It'd be very hard to replicate that yet. I understand. Now I could knock out. I could take a year or something to watch One Piece. Probably more likely to get caught up. But I would have to watch One Piece like every day, right? Like episodes upon episodes, like 10 episodes a day to really truly get caught up within like a year time frame. And then plus I think there's like a movie or 2 or something like that. Because again, like we're saying, the live action's coming. There is a Tokyo Revengers live action that's out there too. Can't forget about that one. That the leading actor who's going to be playing Yusuke is going to be in it. He was in the Tokyo Revengers live action film or series. So yeah, I'm just like, I'm just, curious. I'm really just wondering how this will go down next year. I think the report was it's supposed to come out in December next year. Well, it's slightly over 1,000 episodes. Yeah. So that's, like I said, technically I could not do the reactions for the anime. Like I said, I got 27 episodes recorded of me reacting to the anime. I could just watch the episodes and get caught up that way. I've seen some guys cosplaying Blackbeard, and they look pretty good actually while wearing his actual costume, pants, jacket, hairy chest, no shirt, guns down to the pants, and equally as fat as he looked. Nice. That's what's up. I caught up in 5 or 6 months, but this was back when the show was only had 300 episodes. So yeah, you see 300, 5 or 6 months time frame, and you were probably watching the episodes maybe, I don't know, 5 plus, maybe 10 episodes a day. Yeah. Said it wasn't hard to stay up. Yeah. So yeah, you figure, that's 300 episodes. 6 months, half a year, another 600. Another 300. That's 600 there, and that's a full year right there. Yeah. But like I said, you would have to put in like 16 some odd hours to be able to really get caught up within a year or something like that, or a little over a year, should I say. And like, that's the thing, guys. I was thinking about that too before I started streaming. I got home from work. I wished I had been watching anime back in the early 2000s, even late 90s, even mid 90s even. I wish I was one of those kids at the time back in the 90s when I was watching TV. I wasn't, was watching mainly like old school cartoons and stuff. So in the early 2000s, stuff like that, when like Yu Hakusho was around, when DBZ was around, Toonami was hot. A lot of the kids were see, I was a young adult at the time, back in the early 2000s. So a lot of the kids were up at like, I think Toonami was playing between like 12 and, I could be wrong, could be a little earlier than that, but like I want to say 12 and 4 a.m. Like, kids were up knowing that they had to get up and go to school and stuff like that. Me, I was asleep because I had to go, to work the next morning and stuff like that, or do other stuff. Like I once 8, 9, 10 o'clock hit, I was going to bed. Like other kids, many of y'all were up getting ready to watch Toonami. So that's what I'm saying. Like I wished I had been watching back then. Maybe do 1 arc a month if you can. That could be doable, right? Two or 3 episodes a day for about a year, and you can get into the 900s in a year. Yeah. Like I said, I would have to forego my reactions though, because how I'm doing my recording and stuff now is totally different. Like, I used to be able to just do it from my phone, for this app, record that 20 plus minutes, process and render it to my Google Drive. That whole process would take like 40 something minutes to do, and then I would do the quick thumbnail and then just put the link in the comments, and then boom, just upload it. I wasn't really doing review videos at the time, so even with me adding review videos, that's 5 plus minutes, maybe 10 minutes worth of work. So roughly about an hour's worth of work just to do a video. Like I said, recording, process of rendering, doing a review, doing a thumbnail, putting it all in the link, and then just pushing it out, uploading it. That process has changed in the course of this past like month and a half now, where now I'm using the software and stuff, and it's taking me 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours to put together one video with the reaction, with the review video, with the thumbnail, with the screenshot images from the episode. All of this stuff is taking me much more time, so it'll be different for me when it's pertaining to One Piece. Let's see. So we were 11 12 on Bleach episode 1. Nice. Okay, when One Piece hit, only found anime in 2013. Till then, I didn't know what it even was when I knew about DBZ, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, but I didn't know they were anime do One Piece. Yeah, I feel like I'm just gonna do. Skid, welcome back, dude. What's going on? My first one was either Tenchi or Akira or something like that. 99, 2000, around that time frame. Yeah. So for me, I talk about this sometimes too. Like my first anime was Ronin Warriors. That was back in the 90s. But like I said, for me, I was either outside with friends for the most part, just playing. Even in the early 2000s, I was outside playing basketball because NBA is my favorite sport, right? Or when I was in the house, I was playing video games, or I was watching the Looney Tunes cartoons, or even Cartoon Network at that time. So anything after 9, 10 o'clock, I was doing this. I was going to bed. I was missing out on everything. So, you know, that was for me. And I'm grateful for y'all, for those of you who maybe some subscribers ended up leaving. I don't know. I've lost several subscribers just because probably people were just like, that's not the concept that I wanted. He was doing this and he switched to do this and this time, and he left. Other people's, like, the recommendations that people have given me, like, I'm grateful for y'all because I keep telling y'all, like, Vortex 46 wouldn't exist without y'all. The channel wouldn't exist without y'all, you know. This is a humbling experience of a hobby. It's not day in, day out job that I would love to do. I would love to be a full-time content creator. But at the end of the day, it's still a hobby for me. It's still fun for me. So, you know, one of the first anime I found when I started looking was iShield 21. I was still into football a bit, but hated watching it on TV. So give the anime a try and you loved it. Nice. Second was Sword Art Online. Nice. Yeah, for me, like I said, Ronin Warriors was my first. That was back in the 90s. But I didn't know that it was anime. I was just like, this is a cool, great show. Like, this is dope. And then eventually, early 2000s hit, and I found Dragon Ball Z. I think it was on TV, if I remember this episode one time. I loved it so much. I had Funimation's phone number. And I called them up. I keep talking about this story all the time. I called Funimation up. Dude answered. I was like, yeah, I'm here to call about Dragon Ball Z, DVD, blah, blah, blah. And they would ship me the DVDs. But at the time, I didn't know that I thought that they had all the DVDs and I could just order them online over the phone. They would just deliver it to my house. But, stuff just wasn't fully etched in stone at the time for the DVDs. So I had to wait for the arcs to finish and stuff like that. So, but that's how I found out when I was watching the DVDs and they were advertising Bleach, they were advertising Naruto, and that's how I found out about all that stuff. But after that, that's literally all I knew about anime, and I didn't know anything else until like 5-6 years ago when I started this channel and shifted from doing video game uploads on the channel to doing anime stuff. So, and Rooster Teeth, Ruby, which I still have to. I'm like 2 seasons behind now, so I have to freaking, because they're getting ready to do another show or something like that with Ruby. I don't know. I saw something, but I didn't click on anything. I'm like, I don't want to get spoiled or anything. I just saw an image of something, but Ruby, I think Ruby and like Hunter x Hunter. I think those two were like my first anime that I was reacting to here on the channel. So iShield 21 is about American football, and the main character is a wimpy kid who is secretly the star running back of his school team, and he wears iShield on his helmet to hide his face. Yeah. I guess I could say I mentioned it about One Piece. Give me a second here. So, September 7th of 2019 was the day, because I wanted it to be something that I added to the channel. So September 7th, 2019, I sat down and watched the first episode of I Show 21, reacted to it, recorded it, but I only have the first 4 episodes recorded. So yeah, I don't remember all that occurred for the episodes. I'll have to go back and rewatch those 4 episodes to get a refresher. Because I think at that time I was doing that. Plus I was doing, what the heck? Flame of Recca, which is a fun anime. Not Blue Lock, Blue something. It's old school back in the 90s. And something else that I was doing. Okay. Yeah, I fell off on Ruby. I'm upset at myself, really. I'm disappointed in myself that I fell off, because Ruby is such a really, really fun anime. If any of you haven't watched Ruby, definitely check it out. It's RWBY, but it's called Ruby. It's a really, really great anime. Most of I want to say the first 4 seasons of the anime are on YouTube, if they're still there, on Rooster Teeth's YouTube channel. Definitely check it out. The early seasons animation, some people probably won't like it, but literally once you get, and like that's the thing, the first season, you can basically run through the first season in like what, an hour or 2 hours or something like that, because the episodes are really, really short. So no, not Blue Gender, it's Blue Blue Seed. Blue Seed. I did react and record those and uploaded. I was uploading to the channel. Blue Seed. I got 6 episodes of that. I was enjoying that anime. Old school, 93, 94, something like that. So, I had no idea you've seen it. That's one of my favorite animes of all time. Yeah, yeah. What I saw, I was enjoying it. Those 4 episodes that I watched. But again, this was 2019. So, but like I said, I think at the time I was doing Flame of Recca, Blue Seed. I think One Piece as well. Yeah, One Piece was 2019. That's for sure. I know that. Yeah, I think I started One Piece a little bit after, like a month or something after. I started doing I Shield 21. So Ruby's on my list, but like 80 spaces down. That's understandable, dude. That's fine. You'll get around to it eventually. Yeah, like I said, once you, like that first season, or maybe 2 seasons, really, the episodes are so short. They're like some over 5, some over 7. The animation style may throw you off a little bit, but story-wise, it's literally like one of the best story anime out there. Plus, there's fighting, and there's some really good fighting, great fighting in the anime too. Definitely highly recommend Ruby. But like once you get past that second season, that's when the story just really picks up and stuff just happens, and it just gets really, really great. But like I said, I think the first 4 seasons are, but then that's when they kind of they were just like, well, we don't want to do our thing on YouTube. Plus, the creator had passed away within that 2 or 3 year time frame, and they just picked up the legacy and continued it. And then that's when they were just like, we're just going to create our Rooster Teeth site, and then we're just going to, be over here. We're just going to no longer put our stuff on YouTube. We're just going to be over here on our site. So it really worked out for them. Blue Lock, new great sports manga. Selling about 100K a volume. Nice. I found a site where I can be able to watch Blue Lock. Read Blue Lock. Meaning to... I did read like 2 or 3 pages, but it was at work. Anytime I was trying to read Blue Lock, I was at work, and I always had to get up and do something. So I need to really just sit down and get into it. But wait, hold on. That's what I want to do. For those who don't know, if you don't know, I have 4 copies of the Berserk manga right here, volumes 1 through 4. I'm still excited about this journey, guys. I can't wait. I wouldn't put it past them if they did a mother frickin' live action of Berserk. I would not put it past these bums if they did that. Right? Blue box. Oh, okay. Yeah. So yeah, guys. I'm just I'm just like, huh. Probably gonna do another stream. So hearing Rooster Teeth, that reminds me back of the old days of Screw Attack and the Nag books, and this and of Sutter and Craig, Evil Craig. That was a great time. Nice. That's new information to me. They did recently push out a few months ago the 2nd season of Genlock. I sat down and watched like the first episode or something like that. I just haven't. I was like, do I want to react to this? I was like, I'm just gonna watch. But I only watched like a portion of the first episode. I just didn't watch more of it. My older brother used to buy the Nags every month, and we'd go through it and look at this. Nice. That's what I'm saying. Like, you remember like those times, man. Like, I see it all the time on social media when it's like pertaining to anime, to Toonami, to other like anime and stuff like that. Like people had some great times when they watched anime back then. And I do wish that I was watching at the time. It's the last one, the black and blue cover. That's the other thing. I got to finish reacting and doing my recordings for Black Clover. I got to get caught up. I'm like 30 or 40 episodes away from finishing Black Clover, because they're supposed to be working on a movie, I think, for Black Clover, something like that. The manga's supposed to be starting back up at the end of this month. Stone Craig was like the boss of the Screw Attack guys. He did game retrospectives and used very colorful statements to describe it. It's nice. That's the other thing too, guys. Hold on, give me a second. Talking about what Continues talking about. So they already did a live action Full Metal Alchemist. Because I was going to say I wouldn't put it past them if they decide to do a Full Metal Alchemist. But they did one back in 2017, same year that they did the Death Note one. I didn't even know that. I love Black Clover. But I didn't know about this Full Metal. But that's what I wanted to say. I found a way to be able to watch the original. The original Full Metal Alchemist, not the Brotherhood one, but the original one, the anime. I gotta sit and I want to do a reaction series to the original, okay, like how I'm doing with Hunter x Hunter. Well, I don't know. I don't think I want to do it here. Actually, I don't think it will work. This might mess up the stream, guys. Give me a second. Give me a minute. It might not work. maybe. But then maybe no, you know what? I don't think it is, because I think I did try that. It was a site that I found I could be able to watch it, but I don't think I can. I was gonna try to do a series for it. I'm not even gonna attempt, because I don't think the site was gonna work on my laptop. So I was like, I'm not gonna. So 2022 anime is Stag, Bleach returns, Mob Psycho. That's the other one I gotta get into, because I keep hearing great things about Mob Psycho. I have it on my list. I put it on my queue. I just gotta watch it. Chainsaw Man. Yep, that's Chainsaw Man is supposed to be coming out this year. So no, next year. No, it is this year. 2022. What's that? Let's see. Second opening, Black Clover, the song reminds me a bit of that one Eminem song, My Tea's Gone Cold, wondering why I got out of bed at all that morning, rain clouds up in the morning. Oh, nice. Can't wait for Spy Family Season 2. Well, no, not Season 2, but the continuation, second core. But I can't wait. Those 12 episodes were great. Was it 12 or was it? I think it was 12. Literally one of my favorite new animes right now. I feel like it was 12. Family. Yeah, it was 12. Great anime. Great first half. The what you call it supposed to be coming back. No. It's Spy Family. They did the usual now. How they're doing it now. They split it into two cores. So we got 12 episodes this time, and we're gonna get, I think, like 12 or 13 episodes to clear a full 24, 25 episode season. Thing about that, though, is they're gonna get an actual second season, which is gonna be a one-off. That's the thing I'm kind of curious about. The song's more iconic sounding when it's sung by Ditto with a sad tune. Nice. Yeah, I love Black Clover. I fell off on that one too. I'm still upset about that. Yeah, man, yeah. I can't wait. Can't wait for Vinland Saga to come back. I wouldn't put it past them to do a freaking live action Vinland Saga. No, not yet. Season 2, not yet. Once the second core comes, that'll be episodes 13 to 24, 25. That'll be the entire season, first season. And hopeful that there will be a second season, unless the manga or the light novel is just a full-on one season. Because I'm not sure. I think the manga's still going. I think. Could be wrong. I'm not sure. I guess, but that's the thing. It's so crazy because I want to read, but I have to. You need to chill, son. That's not gonna work. that live action is not gonna work. Black Clover was great, but I'll be honest, I didn't enjoy it near the end. Okay, that's not that. You know, if you didn't like it, you didn't like it. That's fine. You know, you have my support. You know, you're your own individual. You're allowed to feel how you feel. You know, think how you think. As pertaining to Black Clover or any other anime, you're allowed to do it. Like, I can't sit here and be like, you're not an anime fan, or you're not a, blah blah blah, because you didn't. It's just like, dude, yeah, man, yeah, I can't. That one's not gonna work out at all, son. But yeah, I wouldn't put it past them if they did a Vinland Saga live action. I feel like Vinland Saga, to be honest, that would be more so like sort of in a sense like how Vikings was from what I saw those 5 or 6 episodes. Um, that's literally how Vinland Saga would sort of look like. So why don't they do that with Vinland Saga? Want to do a live action back? Cause that could work out. I don't think you can really mess up a Vinland Saga live. Well, then again, you could. What am I saying? Let me retract what I just said. You could mess it up still. You could. Which but I am patiently waiting for the second season of Vinland Saga. I am curious about that second season. I've heard that Rise of the Shield Hero season 2 wasn't that great. I've had people say you're not an anime fan if you haven't seen Cowboy Bebop. Mao, you're an anime fan. It's just that you just haven't seen one of the greatest animes yet in the history of anime. Neon Genesis. That's another one I gotta watch. I didn't even watch Neon Genesis. Check that one out too. Gundam live action. Well, they do have the humongous Gundam out in Japan. They got the one out there floating, outside some building or something like that. They did that in Japan. Who knows? I don't know, guys. I really who knows what's really gonna occur once, like I said, next year, once we get this here and it arrives, once this live action thing gets here, what's really gonna happen? How's the story gonna be? Because that's ultimately what I'm concerned about, is how the story's gonna be. Again, the hope is that it's a very small hope that it would actually be good or great. I'm hopeful. I really don't know. Like I said, the visuals for the images are like really dope. So who knows? Seen Shield Hero season 1. Read the manga. I think the reason why people were hating on season 2 is because they skipped some of the manga going by the trailers. Okay. So basically like Promised Neverland. Because I was watching and reacting to the second season, and then I seen those first few episodes of the second season. I seen people complaining, saying that they had skipped over some stuff or something like that. And I was like, oh. But I haven't touched it since. Not because of what they were saying, but life happened and had to put it down at that time. So I don't know. And I'm not, again, I'm not saying like it should. I'm not an anime purist, so I'm not like a purist when it comes to anime, or even like I was talking about earlier in the stream. For anybody who showed up, I was talking about the manga stuff. Like I read Star Wars books more than anything else, and manga stuff I'm not like rushing to, because I love watching anime more than reading the mangas, even though I love reading, right? So for me, I'm not like, like how people were with Demon Slayer. Many fans were like, this show is great, blah blah blah, but I can't wait each week. So they went and read the manga, and now the pro to that is they found out blah blah blah, whatever was going on, this, that, and the third per each arc. But the con to that is, oh man, I read the manga, I know what happens this time. The third. Now I haven't read anything past. I've only read a little bit past, like chapter 1 up to chapter 110, which is a little bit past the red light district arc. But many fans were just like saying like they were upset that they finished the manga, they know what happens with the arcs and stuff, but they still have to wait to see what they're going to be doing with the anime. Me, that's what I'm saying. Like, I personally, I'm not going to rush to read the manga because I would rather walk into Demon Slayer fully blind to what's to come, because that way when I sit and react to these episodes, my reactions and stuff and my thoughts and my feelings and stuff are authentic. Because I read some chapters ahead in the second season, when it was almost done. I started doing some, if you didn't know, I started doing some preview videos for what was coming, and me watching to see it actually transpire in anime form. My hype, expectations, and joy, it wasn't as high. It was like it went down because I knew it was coming, and me seeing it didn't make me be like, oh my gosh, like there it is. It was just like, oh, there it goes, like here it comes, blah blah blah. So for me, even though I want to read the manga, I would prefer seeing it in the animation form, in the anime, without knowing anything that's coming, and just really having an authentic experience and response to any and everything that transpires. So that's why I say I don't run to the manga as much, to any manga as much as I do to these Star Wars books. I hate when they do that, though. Anime fans shouldn't have to read the manga to understand it. Yeah, we should. You're right. Anime screw themselves over twofold by skipping a ton of the manga. They now have to wait a long time to make a third season. That's even if people are interested. That happens too. Guys, I understand both sides. Like, I literally just talked about it. Like, social media people spoil stuff for folks who aren't manga readers. And then of course, the anime creators and stuff, they do skip over stuff. Some fans, they want source material stuff to be fully displayed on the television screen. It's not going to happen a lot of times. Not for the most part. Besides like Demon Slayer and a few other anime. But we for the most part agree is that, a lot of them, their hands are tied. They can only do but so much with what they have in front of them. So it's like you want them to follow the source material, but they can't because their hands are tied. They can't do it. It's just like it sucks. Or because the manga writers or creators and stuff, they had to go on a hiatus because of health issues, because that is constantly a thing, and it sucks that the creators are pressured and put in a room by themselves to do all this work and not with a team of people, which still happens to this day. This freaking sucks, guys. So that's why it's just like, I'm just like, I understand both sides. Like, the fans want what they want. Of course, the creators, they want to give the fans what they want, but their hands are tied. What can you do? And it just sucks. But who knows? Will we ever get some pure stuff like a Demon Slayer, 99% following manga, anime, moving forward, sure, we'll get a few. It won't be a whole bunch, but we get live action. Could Yu Hakusho be the one live action that actually does what he's due to be able to get fans to come back and watch another live action? Maybe. It's a very low maybe. Perspective is interesting, though. 2 seasons ago, people were saying the Boys series sucks and it should follow the comic. Now, after 3 seasons, people are raving. Yeah. I'm actually hearing that some people are saying that the. Now, I didn't hear people saying that that they didn't enjoy the first 2 seasons. I've heard like way more, like 95, close to 98% of nothing but great things about all the seasons of The Boys. But what I did hear from a few fans, and they were saying what you were saying, Mal. They were saying that, yeah, I personally feel, they were literally saying this, I personally feel that the series is better than the comic book. And I was like, huh, because I haven't even read the comic book. I ain't picked it up, I ain't read none of the pages of comic books, any of them. So I found that interesting that some fans were actually saying that. So that's interesting. Not shocker, but just interesting. Maybe it would be more shocking if I had read the manga, I was going to say the manga, the comic book. But for me, it was just like a more interesting thing that I see from these fans. Because The Boys have been such a really great show. For me, from season 1 to season 3. There hasn't been too much of anything as far as The Boys that I haven't enjoyed. The Boys changes a whole lot of characters, completely changed their personality, gender, race, and world. That's understandable. Because that's always going to continuously happen. Zimosa, what is going on? How are you today? What is going on? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, same, definitely. Yu Hakusho is one of the greatest animes of all time. Sucks it only lasted 3 seasons, or almost 3 seasons, but it's a great anime. Like I keep saying, I just recently watched it like 3-4 years ago. I loved it. It's part of my top 10 all time. And I'm just, like I said, like I keep saying, I don't want fans, like I personally, I don't want fans to get let down again. And I'm going to keep saying it again for like the umpteenth time during the stream, is that I'm hopeful that maybe possibly Yu Yu Hakusho, the live action for Netflix, will be the one that moves the needle in the right direction to bring fans back to looking forward to watching another live action or something else. And this is what could be the catalyst that starts the real trend of live action anime adaptations, really bringing to life what we have sat and watched each and every week and months and years and stuff like that. So I don't want to be the guy who immediately dismisses anything live action as complete trash, but a lot of popular anime franchises have been run through with these ones. Yeah, definitely. That's what we've been talking about. I wonder which arc they're going to end on. Basically, I was just saying, dude, some of the stuff in the comics, though, they never get away with today. Yeah, definitely. You're highly correct. Like I was saying, we were talking about that too. What they're probably going to do. I'm just guessing. I don't know. Till some new stuff comes out, information, and I'll talk about it in another stream or video. The first season is probably going to be a lead up. If they're looking to do at least 2 for now, the first season is probably going to lead us into the Dark Tournament, like get us close to the door to the Dark Tournament, and then season 2 will actually open that door, walking us into the Dark Tournament. So, or at least the build up to like Yusuke and Tagoro talking about and just going and doing what they need to do. So they know everyone probably wants to see Tagoro, of course. Why not? I think we all know the fighting effects aren't going to be as crisp. Definitely not. It takes a lot of money to animate. Yeah. Like I was saying earlier in the stream, like you have like really no real limitations when it's pertaining to animation. Live action is totally different. Hands are kind of tied on what you can do. Script and all, like talk about that too. Like actors and stuff, they don't have any say on the script. They just doing what they're paid to do, and that is read the some stuff they'll ad lib, but they're going to do what they're told. So season 1 is just Spirit Detective 4. That's probably, again, I'm guessing, unless they push out more stuff. Recruit the boys, Rondo, yeah. That's what, like I said, that's what I'm guessing. Be more so like Yusuke working with Botan, definitely Genkai, and going from there, Kuwabara and stuff like that. Hopefully they don't rush. Yusuke dying, Keiko saving him, bringing him back to life, the kiss and all that. Hopefully that's not rushed. But again, at the same time, it's a series. It's probably only going to be 8 to 10 episodes, 40+ minute episodes, stuff like that, 50 and stuff like that. So, who really knows? It's supposed to come out next year, like late next year, I think. So we'll see. But as I keep saying, we have the source material. We really do. We have the source material. We have the anime. We have the manga. We can literally just continue to enjoy, even though some fans want a remake like how they did with Hunter x Hunter 2011, which I feel like it can be done, but we none of us do. We don't know until new information comes out within the next, I want to say, 6 to 8 months. I feel like we could get a trailer within this time frame, 4 to 6 months from now. Just a teaser. More stuff to talk about, of course. Because it was already, like I talked about in the beginning of the stream. Starting to get tired. Yeah. Give me a second. Give me one moment. There we are. So, Kitamura, like I talked about earlier in the stream, like back about a year or two ago, I want to say 2020 is when they were reporting that they picked him and cast him, and he was actually sitting down in the crowd for this image, try to find that image, and he was already donning the Yusuke outfit, all green. So more than likely, back in 2020, maybe even late 2019, rolling into 2020 is when they were really starting to work on, maybe even 2021, whichever comes first, they were starting to work on the live action adaptation already at that time. Yeah, I saw that like I want to say 2020, but it might be late 2021, or I'm sorry, mid 2021. But it wasn't too far into the year. I just know that I saw it. I remember seeing, and I was just like, "Yo, like, that's what's up." And again, it was supposed to be like a rumor or something like that, and then of course, they did what it did. All right, Mal, thanks for hanging with me, dude. As always, it is real. Definitely appreciate it. You enjoy the rest of it. I know that you're like, it's way past your bedtime. But definitely thanks for hanging out, dude. Hopefully I'll see you in another stream and or video to come. Probably do another stream on Trigun soon. See what happens. But enjoy the rest of your night. Hope you get some sleep and your Sunday treats you and your family well. But yeah, Zamosa, yeah, that's what was going on over a year or two ago for this. So this isn't new stuff. It's new for people who didn't see the rumored posts on social media at the time. But I was just like, oh, okay, all right. There's another live action happening, right? But again, like I said, it was confirmed today. Like, okay, here we go. Let's see. But it's a year out. Maybe they can tweak some stuff. Maybe, but like I said, we'll probably get a teaser trailer for it in the next several months. Because the end of 2023, if it is indeed December, 2023 is gonna be here before we know it anyways. Literally, we're already past halfway through technically of 2022 already. So, it will be here. Yeah. Who knows? Who knows? Live actions just haven't really been hitting with fans. Like I said, I really just don't want fans to be let down, just being honest. Well, I have the image here. They gave the other image. Pull it up here. This is it. Yeah, so here's the other image. I'm going to move my camera to the middle so I'm not blocking Hiei here. This is what it looks like. This is the image that they pushed out to... You have Yusuke, Hiei, Kurama, and Kuwabara. I think there's a high chance they're just gonna make him a girl, Filipino dub style, maybe. I don't know. Those look like Kurama's hands there. They look male to me. Some fans were saying, I was talking about this too, some fans were saying that Kuwabara didn't look Kuwabara-ish. But of course it's cutting off it's only showing the half of his face. But I do believe that his hair is going to be fine. That's just my honest opinion. I think his hair is going to be fine. Again, we just waiting to see a trailer. So, we shall see. Let me look at this. Let me see. Spirit gun. Again, visually it looks dope. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. I was saying like his back is towards the camera. You know, he just like you're saying, he just has to have muscle. You're right. Like same, like I was saying, like I was saying that earlier. It was like his back is towards the camera. It should be fine. More curious about Hiei though, and of course Kuro. I'm wondering about Hiei's hair. Weird how they show his whole back, but only show everyone. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Um, that is interesting that they are showing Kuroba's back. Yeah, yeah, but I am interested on how they're gonna do Hiei's. Um, I hate that it does that. Why do you do that every time? Get myself out of the way here. There we are. His hair is like 3 different colors. Yeah, I have no idea what they're gonna do to stick with when it comes down. Yeah, definitely. And who's gonna? I think they're gonna find like an actor who's actually sort of built like Toguro, and then they're gonna add the extra stuff. And then wondering about transformations. That's another thing that you gotta. It's probably more than likely gonna be CGI. That's what I forgot to say earlier in the stream. It's probably gonna be more than likely CGI when it's pertaining to transformations, fighting. That's yeah. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, I think more than likely they're gonna just find somebody who is built like him, sort of, and then they're just gonna add some extra stuff. But the transformation stuff is what I'm concerned about too. But it's probably, like I said, it's more than likely gonna be CGI stuff per these characters whenever they do the transformations and stuff. So, yeah. Oh man, I forgot to talk about that. Gonna do another stream. Probably won't be tomorrow. Probably Monday or Tuesday. Probably Monday. Something interesting. I'm not gonna mention it, but the title or anything was. But I'm definitely gonna be streaming again soon. Talk about something else that specifically I'm finding interesting about when it's pertaining to anime. Like that we're seeing a trend about. That I wasn't really paying attention to until recently. I was like, oh, that is actually interesting that they're going this route, right? So we're already seeing the trend in the live action stuff though. People, they just keep doing the live action stuff. Just keep doing it. But we'll see. Oh, all right. I'm getting ready to end the stream actually. Cool. Thanks for hanging, dude. But yeah, I was really looking at that time, and I'm like, it's getting close to 2 hours. I'm actually getting tired, getting sleepy, but I don't want to go to bed just yet. But I do have to in an hour at least, or a little over an hour, basically, because I have to get up and go to work tomorrow. Get up at 3 a.m. Do it all over again. But with that, guys, if any of you watched the entire stream or whatever, I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Let's talk about some things. What are your thoughts? Let's talk about some things. I want to hear what you have to say. Or not hear it, but see it in the comments. What are your thoughts? Do you agree with any of the points that I've said? Anybody in the comments have said? Let's discuss and talk about some things. If you feel up to it. But I am out of here. Everybody stay safe, stay humble. We'll see what happens in the next year, per this live action and the other ones that are coming out online. Likely we'll see what happens. But with that, I will hopefully talk to you all next time with another stream and or video to come soon. Peace, guys.